All right, Margaret Reynolds, Key West mastermind survivor, veteran, protagonist, whatever it is that you and I are. So we were there. It happened. We're now a few weeks, more than a few weeks, more like a month or two since the mastermind. Talk a little bit about your experience of being there, and then let's also talk about what you got as an outcome now that we're 6-7 weeks after the fact.
Well, David, you and I are in a pretty small exclusive club called Founding Alumni. But as far as what the experience was, it was pretty amazing. It was part study group, part classroom, and part party. And the nice thing about them is they were pretty seamless. We moved back and forth between those things fairly easily. We took classrooms outside. We did study groups at dinner. We had fun conversations throughout the day. And I have to say, I think it is the single best event that I have been to, hosted by whether it's NSA or Cigar Pig. So there.
Wow. That's big. That's big. So let's talk a little bit more about takeaways. And I know that, other folks that we've talked to have mentioned things like relationships that they've built or possible partnering opportunities for referrals, even ideas that you took away by presenting to the group, ideas you took away from the other presentations. Just kind of, because it's really, the way I experienced it, it was like a spa for the mind. There was no agenda, right? So we all just kind of came in like a sponge, and there was such a diversity of topics and business models and expertise. So what were some of the takeaways for you in any of those categories? Relationships, ideas, partners, implementation steps. Let's talk about that.
So I love your spa for the mind. That resonates with me really well. So I would say check, and check. I think I took all of those things away. I took away very specific ideas I could apply to my business. One of the things that I'm not that good at is lead generation, and I need to get better. And there was lots of good ideas about that. A lot of ideas about tools you can use, and a lot of very easy tips about how to organize your business for greater productivity, which most of us don't have large staffs, so that's always helpful. There were also some real nuggets about content, but that really wasn't as much the focus as more, how do we run our businesses to be more effective and to be able to take them to the next level. But there was also great relationships and partnerships. So I've talked to a couple people about, cross-client potential opportunities. Can't beat that, right? But what I think is the single biggest thing as I reflect back now, it's that if you believe that when you were 25, you should have started saving for retirement and put $1 away because of the interest that you earn over time, to me, it's money in the bank because of the investment we made in each other. And I know that the return, as great as it was for that event, is going to come out over time. It's going to multiply and expand because of the relationships that we started and can build on. So the next big David Newman idea, I'm gonna be all over it. And the next big thing that Ed does, I am definitely all in. And the next big thing that, Robert Bradford comes in, he's such a genius with technology and putting lead gen together. I'm hanging on his every word. And so I know that the value is just gonna keep on coming.
Yeah, no, I love that. And that is, having each other in our back pockets, so to speak.
Exactly.
That is really priceless. And I think you're right. That is a long-term relationship building thing that happens, before the next event, before the next Key West Mastermind, certainly during the next Key West Mastermind, and then just like with this one, long after the next Key West Mastermind. So what would you say to someone who's watching this video? Maybe they haven't been involved in Cigar Peg. Maybe they have not a lot of experience with mastermind groups. Maybe they've been in horrible mastermind groups, but they're on the fence. They're like, well, this looks good. This looks different. This might be something I want to get involved in. And they're not sure whether or not they should apply because, again, it's an application only thing, right? So they applied, they accepted you. I applied. I have no idea why they accepted me, but it is an application process. You want to be we're very, not guarded, but mindful we're very mindful of who we let into this circle. So what would you say to that person who's thinking of applying for next time?
Okay. Well, because you and I are going to be there, it's really important to us to make sure we have the right folks in the room. And I don't want to make it sound exclusionary, because actually I want to make it sound inclusionary, because many of you are the right folks and you just don't know it. And the point that I want to make is, you probably don't know my name, most of you watching this. I am not a name that's been around NSA a long time, and I'm not someone who's highly visible. But I watch very carefully for where I feel like my business can best benefit, and I can get the best values, and I can develop the kind of network and relationships that are going to help me thrive, and where I feel like I'm confident I can give back, because I believe that's an important part of the equation. So this is an opportunity. It doesn't matter how long you've been around. It doesn't matter how established you are. It doesn't matter if you're one of the cool gang right now. This has been a very accepting group. What matters is the things you've heard on the other videos. Are you willing to come and share? Are you willing to come and learn? Are you willing to come and show respect? Because if you're energetic about your business and enthusiastic about ideas, this is a great group for you. If you are bored, if you are tired, if you are just beginning, if you are someone who wants to be very guarded, then I would say it's probably not as good a fit.
Yeah, absolutely. So right. And I think you're right. I mean, it's about the mindset. It's about the mindset of no matter where you are, right? You could be at the beginning end of the spectrum, making $50,000 or $100,000. You could be making $2, $3, $4, $5 million and running a big company with, 4, 5, 6, 10 people working for you and under your banner. It's about the spirit of giving, and it's about the spirit of perpetual learning. Exactly. And perpetual implementation.
Yeah. And that
you can be at level 1 or level 10, but if you want to get to level 17, we want you.
That may be one of the very best criteria is, are you someone who loves to learn?
Loves to learn and then loves to implement.
Yes.
The learning.
A doer. A learner and a doer.
That's it. That's what we need. That's it. That's it in 4 words.
All right.
I love it. All right, Margaret, thank you so much. This has been fantastic, and we'll see who joins us in Key West. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, if not before, and I think we'll see each other before. But awesome. Thank you so much.
Can't wait.